Flag, what if Marinette were Ladybug?
Come on, Adrian, you're so close.
We came, we saw, we kicked your hat. Now I gotta give you this back, right? No, not here.
God fucking damn it! Oh! I didn't hate it. I didn't particularly love the episode that much, but I didn't hate it. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Hey guys, what is up? It's Homegirl TVC coming at you with a review for Kwamibuster. Oh my god, I'm so happy right now because nothing was spoiled for me. As soon as I just got the notification from the Power 3000, I was covering my screen as I was trying to click on this damn thing. But hey, he didn't even have a thumbnail that was that spoilery for once, but better safe than fucking sorry. Before we get into it, I'm sad to inform all you guys that me and Cartoon Apocalypse are no longer friends. Yes, I have cut that friendship because the bastard had to give me a spoiler right before this thing drops. So we are no longer friends. May he burn in hell. Now, on to the video. This episode was surprisingly well written. I still hate the fact of how Cat didn't get multitude of powers. We thought we'd see Plague and Sass combine, but it was actually the mouse and the Cat Miraculous that combined. Oh my god, there's so many combinations here. I'm not even gonna try and remember everything. So everything was very Marinette heavy, and I think this is the episode where I'm just gonna have to finally make peace with the fact that Cat will never be who we want him to be, or he's never gonna be the person the show told us he would be. I got a comment a while back, I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but they basically said that we, the people who like to, I don't know, believe or put more faith in Cat Noir than what he is, we're just hurting ourselves because it's more of a Batman and Robin type of dynamic, because there are some cartoons where you see Batman and Robin in the title, but we know Batman is the main hero and Robin is the sidekick. Now I understand that line of thinking, but in this case we literally see the two Miraculouses in the center there, yin and yang. They're supposed to be equal, and even in Batman and Robin cartoon episodes, I don't watch them that much, but I know there are some episodes, like a lot of episodes, that just really centered on Robin, or maybe Batman is captured and it's up to Robin to save him. So we know Robin is the sidekick, but we at least see him as competent. But in this episode, 100%, it's just showing us that that's not the case. Marinette is the main hero. We knew that. We just thought that Adrien will also get some screen time, but you know what? I think I've made peace with the fact my boy is not gonna get what I want him to get, and me complaining about it in every episode isn't gonna change the fact it's not my cartoon. So the episode is very simple actually, but again, I really enjoyed it. It's mirrors Ghostbusters. I didn't talk about this in my trailer review, but Miss Mandalini, Maldive, whatever, however you pronounce that name, saw the Kwamis, and she's been laying out traps for them, and when she finally catches them, she goes on this TV show, and she has some really solid evidence. Like, for the love of God, these people believed the pyramids were left by aliens and snowflakes are like boogers by a monster in the sky, but you cannot literally believe a video where you see Chase being eaten, but they're like, nah, it's edited. She had proof. All these other people had nothing. I like the fact that I thought that dude was Alex's dad. No, we know Alex's dad. So that was her brother, but wasn't he the guy that got akumatized in that Pharaoh episode? Yeah, probably. And I just like how Alex is just embarrassed by her brother being on TV, and Kim is just like, you go, Alex, and she's like, stop talking to me. And Kim was the living embodiment of what it's like to watch some shows with some people, aka kind of like me when the teacher plays a cartoon. Like, this is a little personal, but I went to a Turkish themed secondary school, so and during the Turkish classes, the teacher would get popular animated shows but in the Turkish language, and they'll have us watch it so people could kind of understand the language, and because I've watched these animated cartoons 10 million times over, I don't even need to watch it in English. So some of my classmates would say, hey Faiza, translate for us, and the one I remember was The Princess and the Frog. Like, I could literally word for word say some of the cartoons out. So Kim here just jumping up and the teacher saying, shut the fuck up, you gave me some real nice nostalgia feelings. I think those are one of the only happiest memories I have from high school, because I went to an all-girls boarding school. My teenage years were a nightmare. Well, I wasn't staying in the boarding school. My mother lied so I could be going home, but all my other friends were in boarding, so they hated my guts. Moving back on to this, Marinette then Ladybug gets her Kwami captured first, so I like that part. And you could say Cat Noir distracted her, but he was trying to ask a very simple question. Hey, this is the teacher from your school, from this school, right? Kind of like deviating, like, oh, I don't know her, is she not? But Ladybug was just so focused on trying to not get their identity spilled that she kind of got distracted and had her Kwami sucked. So it sucks in your Kwami, but the Miraculous is still there. So all you have to do is get the Miraculous, and it created a tense moment where you're like, oh my god, escape. And I think this is the episode where Cat Noir finally gets the banana costume. Well, we don't see him take it home, but it is what it is. I actually really like this episode. It didn't infuriate me like Reflect Doll, but I won't say I enjoyed it as much as Ladybug, the episode, or Star Train. It's not up to those levels. I had high hopes. Like I already said this episode could be really good or really bad. It was just in the middle. Adrien talked, at least he had more than 5 fucking lines, but this was the episode where they really pushed Marinette to like a very high pedestal, and I'm like, good god. Well, at least Adrien had some screen time. That's all I care about. I think I only watch this show for Adrien at this point, I swear to god. And Marinette has freckles. Also forgot to talk about that in my trailer live reaction video. I was watching it in a lower resolution, but so I wasn't able to see her freckles, but she has them. And whenever I see artists on Tumblr depicting her with freckles, I'm like, does she have them? And I think they're very faint. Kagami also has them, but they're more prominent. But I just found those kind of cute. What else can I talk about? Well, I'm dodging the obvious elephant in the room, is that Marinette was able to wear all the Miraculouses, and Master Fu finally tells us why that's not possible, because you can go insane from using that amount of power. But she's saying, oh, she's not going to use all of them, just a few. And even then you can see her very tired. And I'm not gonna lie, when this episode ended, I was like, I hope she dies. I'm sorry. I'm hating this girl so much, but she did nothing wrong. Marinette is a good character. She's written very well, but I just despise the fact that my baby is taking a back seat to her. So if all these Miraculouses kind of affect her health, I ain't gonna be sad. God, I sound so evil. That's my opinion. If that infuriates you, why are you mad? That's how I feel. Me. I always get confused when people watch my videos and they're just pissed, like, oh my god, why are you talking about this? Oh my god, why are you doing this? It's like, you click this video to hear what I have to say. This is a review from my point of view. If you wanted something objective, go to Wikipedia and read a summary. Okay. God, my throat. So the end is one thing I have issue with, because Ladybug did Mirage to camouflage everything so that, oh, Cat Noir can take the teacher and go away, but that means the wreckage was still there. So the Cat Noir wouldn't know to avoid some parts. So I'm pretty sure he walked through this Mirage at some point, but cartoon logic, we can't ruin the plot or anything. So there was that. And this boils back to Reflect Doll, where Adrien is just straightforward and Marinette just has to complicate everything. Where, oh, she had to have this elaborate scheme of a mirage of Marinette giving the Miraculous back to Ladybug, so Cat Noir would lose that interest, because how would she know that Cat Noir connected the dots to her? Because if you remember in the classroom, Marinette left first before Adrien, so she wouldn't. Maybe she knew she was leaving breadcrumbs for somebody to assume it's her, so by then why didn't you just wait for the program to end before you just ran away to talk to your Kwami? That's just so it's like Ladybug had to put so many things in place to convince Cat Noir that, hey, Marinette isn't the Miraculous owner. But with Cat Noir, he was just like, oh yeah, is this an elementary school teacher? And she was like, high school. And I was like, oh yeah. It's like, he's just so straightforward. Like, why you gotta overcomplicate everything, Ladybug? She could have done the same, her even knowing that the teacher is a high school. Well, you could just say, oh, Ladybug knows everything, she's not as oblivious as Cat Noir, which Adrien is. But yeah, it just really overcomplicated it. But I think I'm just mad because my baby finally connected the dots and she just had to. I really wish this would have been a perfect episode to have Adrien start to suspect, oh, maybe Marinette is Ladybug, but he knows if he says something they could take his Kwami away, so he keeps it to himself. He doesn't even tell Plague, and we could bounce off from there with the knowledge of knowing that, oh, Adrien is putting the dots together, and that would have created so much more intrigue and depth, but they just shut it down. And I'm just like, oh my god, why? Like I said, I like it. It's not a bad episode. At least I can see myself rewatching this episode. So in terms of episodes, if you can make me watch it again without wanting to break my laptop screen, you did a good job, because there's so many season 3 episodes that I cannot see myself sitting down and watching again. But yeah, this just goes to show that Marinette is going to become the holy Jesus of the Miraculous universe, because she can do everything. She's a girl. But Adrien, nah, he's perfect. We don't need to develop him anymore. He's perfect the way he is, and he needs no more development. He doesn't need to do anything, and that's sarcasm, for those of you wondering. But I guess this is the episode where I have to decide, do I continue watching this show or do I drop it? Because like I said, just because I've made peace with the fact that this is what the role that Cat Noir Adrien is going to be in, doesn't mean I still don't feel cheated and deceived. But we shall see. If you don't see another Miraculous episode review, there's your answer. But chances are I'm still going to talk about the show. I like the show. It's okay. It just needs to iron out a couple of shit. And I feel season 3, even though I was defending it just a couple videos ago, it still needs to be ironed out. Season 3 is still better than season 1 by leaps and bounds, but I do believe, I understand why some people were like season 2 was the better of seasons, because this episode did the thing where it didn't shove Adrien to the back, but it wasn't torture porn, I guess. It didn't torture a character, but it just uplifted one way more and just left another one back. Hell, Chloe got a lot of characterization in this episode. She talked to Alia without speaking down to her. That's a miracle in and of itself. Jumping in very quickly, because I just realized Ladybug doing this at the end deprives us of ever seeing Cat Noir give Marinette Miraculous. No! Oh my god, it just clicked in my head. No, why? Oh, and extra thing I just want to quickly add on. I completely forgot to talk about this my first time reviewing this episode, but Marinette's transformation sequence was so kawaii. Another thing to be pissed about, where Adrien transforming into the snake was bad, because apparently, he was only suited for the Cat Miraculous. Any other Miraculous wouldn't fit him. But no, Marinette's mouse transformation, so cute. I'm not hating on it at all. This is 100% on the writers. And I love the hopscotch thing to transform. Like, oh my god, these transformations are just fire. And also Kim being an idiot. In season 1, he was more portrayed as this bully kind of jock, which was kind of confusing because you think Ivan is the bully, but then it just turned out that Chloe was the bully, because in some cartoons there's only like one main bully, but as the show progressed, you just realized that either the show kind of changed Kim's characterizations, or he was always just this goofball. And this episode gave more characterization to Kim and Alex than Adrien. And that's a running joke where somebody that's just shown in the background once can get more characterization than this boy has had for 3 seasons. But yeah, I really just like Kim in this episode. He just had so much personality and I just love it. So yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions. Kind of controversial, but I guess that's what you come to me for. Hey, another video I got out before 8 and I'm on fire! But yeah, thanks so much for clicking to watch but with that being said, this is TBC. Signing out.